investmentstrategy.com.
Hello, this is Daniel Grady with a quick look at the markets for today, Monday, April 14th. We'll start with a look at the economic calendar, and coming up today at 9 o'clock GMT, we have industrial production data from the Eurozone, which could generate some volatility in European equities. Then at 12:30 GMT, we have advanced retail sales, which is a major event of the day, which could generate some volatility in American stocks and in currency pairs that are denominated in the United States dollar. Then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have business inventories from the United States. And then at 4 o'clock, we have foreign direct investment gauge for China, which is an indicator of overall Chinese economic health. Moving over to stocks, the S&P 500 continued to move on the downside on Friday. This is the worst weekly performance that the S&P 500 has had since mid-2012. Similarly, we had similar move on the downside in the Nasdaq as well. Analysts have pointed out that this is mostly due to concerns over valuations. We had a similar situation around mid-February, where we had a strong drop in the S&P 500, also over concerns in market valuations. And as you're aware, market valuations is the ratio between the amount of dividend stock pay versus the market value of the stock. And as we're going into earnings season, this is an important concern. If we get better performance from during earnings season from corporate earnings reports than expected, well, we could see the S&P 500 rebounding as investors get more solid data about valuations. During the Asian session, Asian stocks swung between gains and losses and ended up being pretty much neutral to mixed performance. And going into the session today, S&P 500 futures are trading up by 0.2%, which is an indicator that there's a somewhat risk-on environment, and we could see a correction here after the strong move on the downside. The euro peaked out at 139 as expected, and has since moved towards our support here at 138.40. It's just above that at the moment. If it breaks through 138.40, it could move towards 137.60, which is the next level of support. The pound also peaked out at 168 as expected and continued to move. It moved below 167.50, which had been previously our support level, and it's just below that at the moment. That has now turned into resistance, and we have support below that at 166.60. The yen, since Thursday, has pretty much been trading sideways. It's very close to an important support level here at 101.30, and is during early trading so far it's been moving just slightly higher. Above that we have resistance at 102.30. And then finally we have gold, which continued to track slightly higher, just not all that much considering the drop in equities. We have support at 1,310 and resistance at 1,340. So also here we can point out that without a strong move in gold moving on the upside, we don't see all that much movement towards safe haven assets, which means that the concern over the drop in equities, and particularly the S&P 500 and stocks, is not all that great. So we could be looking at a move on the upside in the S&P 500 in the near future. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching and happy trading.